people in our communities and people I feel like in general understand that this is a very, very unique opportunity to develop leadership in the youth, which is the future in general. So we're developing that now, and we're providing them those skill sets now so that tomorrow they're ready and they can pay that forward. And then when we instill those in other people, they pay that forward henceforth. It's imperative for 21st century organizations to be able to build partnerships, especially in the nonprofit world. And my job entails basically going out and doing that. And it's hard to put into words how important that is when you start to think about the people that you get to impact, when you start to think about the individuals that you get to work with, and how long that 15 or 20 minute conversation that you had with, the CEO of this organization or the director of this organization, how long and how much time and power that has to go forward and being able to let you build something with them in the future, and how many people that will impact.
For me, continuous learning has always been something in the back of my head in terms of what that would look for me. I got an undergrad in history, and that kind of really instilled me with a genuine understanding and appreciation for what knowledge can do, and just a curiosity to learn as much as I can. In the last 10 months, Public Allies has really provided me that opportunity and that space to see what that would look for me. So really what I have liked the most about Public Allies is the Fridays and the workshops that we've been able to experience, and really for me personally, being able to be in those situations and those spaces with my peers has really been fundamentally altering for me, because I have had conversations and I've had dialogue. I would have never been able to do that in the professional world. I wouldn't say there really is a focus on you as an individual and what you can bring to the table organically, I guess, and to get a little, new agey, but I really appreciate what we've been able to do as a result of those workshops. And I'm really excited for this group of Public Allies to go out into the community of San Antonio and take what we've learned and really do good things for the community, because that's why we're all here at the end of the day.
The ability to focus on assets has been a really good learning experience through Public Allies this year. With my cohort, we've been able to do a lot of good team service projects through the gifts and talents we already acquired, through our own experiences in life, and also through our placement sites. So therefore we all came together and did some really good stuff like team service projects and such. And I think that's really good for it to learn about through the community, where we can also focus on like the assets rather than just the downfalls and pitfalls and challenges of the community. I think we should be more like focus on the gifts that the community brings. I think that's what I learned through Public Allies this year through San Antonio on my project site.
I've been working with urban at-risk youth, and prior to my term as an ally, I had worked with that population. And coming into Public Allies, I was extremely nervous since I had worked with these children. But since my term, I've noticed that I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot. It's built my confidence as far as working with these kids. These kids are awesome. I teach health classes to our kids, and I've noticed the impact that my health classes has made on these kids. I get to talk to them at a personal level, and we discuss their health and eating habits and their fitness and their lifestyle. And it's been such a great experience to see these kids get excited about health and wellness. It's huge, and that's one of the great things, one of the most rewarding things about my job and becoming an ally.
Integrity has always been something that I hold sacred, and Public Allies really gave me that opportunity to see that take place. And that was going through a stewardship process, and that's making sure that everyone's adhering to the guidelines. We were able to do that by making sure that all the agencies were treated fairly. And so we were able to bring that to the table and say we need to make sure that everybody was held equal at the same baseline. Currently, my placement organization has something in place that we call conflict of interest. They fill out a conflict of interest forms, and what this does is ensure that we have people that are reviewing these agencies that don't have a tie to an agency, and that ensures that the ratings or comments that we give to that agency are going to be fair. And I've actually seen people that have ties to an organization when we currently grade an organization leave the room. And this is very important because that says a lot about us, that we have integrity in place. And again, this ensures that all agencies are being treated equally.
For me, I can say it's been one of the best experiences I have had in my life. I did a lot of things that I would never have done. It definitely gives you those skills that are necessary in order to be successful in the public and private sectors, as a matter of fact. You definitely want to be able to hone all those skills of communication, integrity, and diversity within, whatever work environment you're going to be in. It's been great for me. It's opened many doors for me. And furthermore, you meet so many wonderful people. You make new friends, you make new connections, you meet very important people, such as our mayor, Julian Castro. You work with great organizations, such as the Fitness Council, the Mayor's Fitness Council. It's just a wonderful, wonderful way to get involved within the city, knowing very prominent figures within the city. I would suggest anybody to go to Public Allies, quite frankly.
I worked with many different people through my organization, and also out on appointments directly with doctors and healthcare professionals. And we were able to not necessarily feed off each other, but definitely use our resources to provide the best care for the kids. Whether it was through me making sure I was on top of the child's current medical needs, or just making sure that I was able to best present that to my supervisor so she could make the best decisions for them. And at my site, I collaborated with former public allies that are actually still with the organization, and this allowed me to have another form of training that was more informal, and I was able to pull on resources that had helped them during their term of service. This was for, working with kids and certain behaviors and how to best handle them, or something as simple as a contact to the Magic Theater so the kids would be able to see a show at a reduced price, and actually have like a section dedicated to them that wasn't too overwhelming or too crowded.